Hello and welcome to my video on the plaYeah Powerup to enhance your Thinkific student learning experience. In this video, I'm going to demo the plaYeah Powerup from Galvin, give you an overview of how it works and how it can really level up and support your students in the learning experience that they have with your course. So if you are not familiar with Powerups, I'm going to quickly give you an overview of the different Powerups that are available. And then I'll include a link in the description below, and you can check out the super Powerups to determine whether they are right for your Thinkific business. So you can also check out my video from last week where I featured the Ding Powerup. So I'm going to continue and each week with a series of Powerups to sort of feature like all the add-ons that are available, how it's super easy to install, and why it really makes a difference in the Thinkific student learning experience. So here is the site from Galvin. As you can see, he features a few different Powerups on his site. SideNav, Ding, plaYeah, Flix, Swiss. And so with your if you get the Powerup membership, the yearly membership, which is I think $8.99 or $9.99, you can find out what the price is. You get a new Powerup each month, and so I think this is really cool because one Powerup is at $99, and so if you really are doing well in your business and you really want to invest in your business, then these Powerups can really make a difference in the whole experience. So plaYeah is a little bit different because it really is about focusing on the course player experience. There's all these little add-ons and customizations that you can make to really enhance the look and feel of it. You can also think of plaYeah as a really gamified tool to support your students. I think maybe you've heard of the term gamification or gamified, and really the idea is really we want to gamify and make the experience very game-based. The reason is that many studies have shown that game-based learning or game-based interactions really support and motivate students and really support them in fulfilling their learning goals. The idea is, as we were kids, before we had all this wonderful like technology and games, we would just make up games, and we would use our imagination and use the tools that we had, rocks and sticks, before we had all these cool gadgets. And, we made games to, learn new things and have fun. And so that the idea is same here is that we really want to gamify the course player experience to encourage students and motivate them along the way. So now let's get into the demo and show you how easy it is to set up. So you can kind of see I've already set it up, but I want to show you, I'm going to remove it again and then show you how easy it is to set it up. I will kind of make a little bit of a disclaimer that it is easy, but it does can take a few tries, and I will admit that it did take me a few tries because sometimes you really want to take it step by step. So as you see, there's three different elements to the plaYeah installation. There is the plaYeah style, there's the plaYeah pops, and the plaYeah tour guide. For the sake of timing on this video, I'm going to demo the plaYeah tour guide and sort of how it can be customized as a Thinkific course creator, and then show you what it looks like from the Thinkific student learning experience. And then stay tuned next week because I'll go through the same process for the plaYeah pops and the plaYeah style, because I think it's important to sort of go through them one by one and really be really thorough. So I'm going to remove them and then show you again how to set it up, because it's very easy once you understand that there's these three elements. Okay, so as you can see, I have removed all the existing plaYeah custom pages because I want to really walk you through step by step how it's done. So first I'm going to go back to my site builder. And then you see in my site builder, there's all these different options with courses, bundles, default pages, and custom pages. I'm really going to look and just focus on the custom pages because this is where I'm going to set up the different elements of plaYeah that relate to enhancing the student learning experience. So if I go into custom pages, I want to first add the custom page for the plaYeah tour guide. So I'm going to then type it in, plaYeah tour guide. So it takes a little bit of time, and then want to make sure I remove the banner. And then make sure this is set to the page is only viewable to me. I don't want this to all people. Save it. Now this is tricky. So this is where I'm going to look for the guide, tour guide. And this is the tour guide. So this message will come up initially because it takes a couple of iterations to sort of get the tour guide working and recognizing. So just click save. And then now what I'm going to do is delete this again. Delete. So now it's deleted, and I'm going to re-add it again. So I added it again. And the key is once you remove it, you're going to click on the save. It's really important to save. And then you're going to refresh it and then search the tour guide again and then add it here. So now tour guide has been added. I'm going to save this again. And then let's add the other two elements to the plaYeah Powerup. And then we'll go back to focusing on this tour guide setup and then showing you what it looks like from the student experience. So to finish this, I want to then go into add a custom page for the plaYeah style. So I'm going to give it a should be consistent plaYeah style. Make sure I follow the same steps, and it's really important to sort of do these one by one. Otherwise, you can kind of forget a step, and it gets a little bit confusing in terms of your process. So I'm a big fan of just kind of walking you through everything step by step. And then we're going to add the style section. So the Power Style Editor. And this will allow us to kind of customize the layout. Save that. And now I want to add the pops, plaYeah pops. Make sure I delete my banner. I know this is very repetitive, but I think it's important to sort of show you the steps so that no one gets lost during the process. So now I can go and add my Powerup for the pop. So now I have my Powerup pops editor. And so now I'm going to click save. So now I'm going to show you the tour guide, because once you see how I do the tour guide, then it'll sort of make sense how to sort of apply the same process to the style and the pop. But I will do those in another video because I really want to try to keep this not too long. Okay, so back to the tour guide. One thing I want to remind you and sort of give context is that once you have to refresh it after you delete it initially in order for it to actually remove that warning message. So let's just keep going with this video. So basically, the idea of the different elements of the plaYeah Powerup is that this tour guide is really enhancing the course player experience. It really sort of walks students through the different elements of when they are a user and a student in your course, from the login to the welcome message to the progress, all those little steps along the way. This plaYeah Powerup really gamifies and really takes it to the next level. So the cool thing about it is that once these items on the left of this menu bar, these are all customizable, and when you customize it, you can preview it here in your site builder and then see what it looks like then later as a student. So let's just customize a few elements. I won't go through all of them so that this is kind of too long, but let's just start with the welcome. I think that's a really important element. So as you can see here, all these kinds of elements and menus on the left correspond to what you see here on my screen. So like this right now, welcome to your first course corresponds to this element. So this is kind of like the welcome message when your student first is in the course player, and this is what they see. And so instead of the traditional, like I think a lot of times we have welcome videos, you can really enhance this by adding like a banner or a logo, just something to kind of make the experience very consistent with your brand. So I don't have anything, but I could just search a banner and just kind of play around with this to sort of experience and experiment. So I can find something fun. I don't know if I can find something fun. Routine banner, no, it's not very exciting. And just the idea is really we're making this whole experience very consistent with our brand. It's also fun, it's interactive, and it's very kind of like a journey. And so I've added this kind of image. You can add a logo, whatever. Just kind of like a welcome message. I know that's not the right message, but the idea is really to have some kind of image that is consistent with your brand and say, welcome, we're glad to have you here, and thank you for being part of the journey. So you can say, welcome to your first course. We are excited to have you here on this journey. And then you can also then say that you can customize these button text. So it says start tour. You could say begin the tour, or you could say begin your journey now, begin your journey here. It's all these little details that I think sometimes we kind of forget. So that's kind of something to think about. And I'm going to save it. And just I want to give you another example. That this is really cool because you can sort of view how this looks on the desktop, and then you can click on mobile to see how this would look like for your students who are watching your course on their mobile phones. And then on the mobile phone, this is where the, going back to my desktop, you can kind of see that the mobile menu can be customized. So all these description texts can be, you want to sort of think about not using the same cookie cutter text, but using some kind of text that really resonates with your learners. And then I want to also highlight the chapters and lessons. So as you see here, chapters and lessons. So right now the defaults here is saying this message will point out the chapters and lessons shown in the sidebar, and then showing you the different menu options. More importantly, I think it's to say, hey, this section is where you will access all your course lessons. And the idea really, as you can see, is I want to customize the message so that it really resonates and speaks to the students in my course business. So then I'm going to click save. And then I want to highlight the progress because I think that is really cool and really important. Instead of just saying, hey, as you mark your lessons complete, you can proceed on to the next course and say, well, you have completed this lesson. Congrats, and keep going to the next lesson. So these are just sort of my suggestions. You can use whatever works for you. The idea is really to, as I've said, it's really customized. This is what's really powerful and exciting about plaYeah, is that it really allows you to customize the experience based on your audience. Your audience may be different than the other person's audience and my audience. So what works and what speaks to your learners may not speak to my learners. And that's really what plaYeah really allows you to do, is really take that into consideration and design this experience based on what you know about them. And then let's do one more, and then this is the sort of ending of the experience, and then I will then show you what it looks like as a student. Here you want to upload a video, I'm sorry, not a video, but an image logo to say, hey, congratulations, you've made it to the end. It's just kind of fun, and I think it really makes a difference in what the students experience when they're taking your course. That it's not just, hey, you're done, great, let's keep going. It's just, something a little bit more fun. It could be very creative, whatever kind of matches your brand. And then, so the end can say, instead of saying you're all set, you can say you've made it to the finish line. I think those kinds of words really resonate with people. It's not a, it's a long journey. It's a very, very long marathon. And, we're kind of taking little sprints throughout our journey to get to the marathon. That's how I like to think about it. And then you can change the description text here again, and then the button text as well. So I'm kind of trying not to spend too much time going over how you customize it, because I just want to give you an overview. Now I think what's really important is to show you what it looks like as a student. Okay, so now I am logged in as a student, and I'm going to give you a quick overview of how it looks like and what are the little enhancements. So I've already kind of started it, so this probably isn't a great example. So I was thinking that it may not be the best example, because I did kind of, test out the course. But what I can show you is that even though I've already started the course, what I can always do if I have trouble with navigating this course player is I can go to click on player help. And then this is where the tour guide, plaYeah, Powerup features come into play. So I can click on, so it's very customized. As you see, it says my name is in here. It says, welcome to your first course. We're excited to have you here on this journey. You can have a little image. So now you can kind of see how it begins to be a little bit more creative and a little bit more different than other learning experience. It's very tailored from the start, and it's very personalized, which is really important in this online learning experience space. So now I can sort of begin my tour guide of the Thinkific learning experience and click on begin your journey here. And then it gives me these little cues, like this will bring, like if I click on dashboard and hover over it, it'll tell me that this will bring me back to my list of other courses. And then it'll continue on with the tour, showing me what this whole section is, and this color is highlighted. I used orange, but you can customize, like I said, the colors to your brand and what you think will really resonate and pop out for your students. Then it'll tell you how I can search the inside of the course for all specific lessons. And so it's really a great kind of complimentary guide. It talks about these little getting to know you. This is where you can find more sort of lessons. And then so if I keep on clicking next, it sort of walks me through. It's like my kind of pocket, like another tool in my pocket, or the metaphor that they say. So I can click on and then it'll say, great, I've finished my tour and now I can start learning. And so as I continue on the course, I can watch all these different lessons. And then at the end, this isn't, and then at the end, the message will show up that I've customized in terms of you've reached the end of your journey here and keep on going, or whatever the message is. So this is just a quick overview. I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any specific questions. And then next week, I'm going to go over the other Powerups editor and Powerup style to sort of give you a more in-depth look of how it all kind of comes together for your Thinkific learning experience. So thank you for watching, and let me know if I can help and send me any questions. Thanks again.